Maths paper 211, a subject offered by NIOS for grade 10, and we are going to have a look at the practical record which was prepared by Mr. Nino Brown in 2023-24. Index. There are 30 practical which in each of them there is a formula or a law in maths which they are going to show you how you can see it visually. In the class, usually they show you by numbers or alphabets, but in the practical or in the lab, they'll show you how you can see it, like in the shape of in the games, or how you can see it in the cutting or in the fixing. Anyway, you can by looking you can understand what is actually the practical of the maths. It will be lots of fun because usually people don't know what is maths practical itself. All the practicals almost are having the same pattern. So you are going to write the experiment or practical number here, and then page number here. How you can write the page number? Mostly you can write it only on the lined parts, but if you wish to, you can write on both sides, means on the blank page, also on the line page. Here has been done only on the line part. Okay, activities are like this. As I said, the pattern are same. First is the activity number, then the name of the activity, which for this is identify this formula, and then what knowledge you need if you want to do this experiment. Before that, what you should know, or what you know that will be better for you to understand it. For this one, you need to know the area of a square and rectangle. It means if you know how to calculate the area of a square and rectangle, it will be easy for you to follow the practical. And then objectives means what you are going to learn here. And then materials, what you are needing. For most of the practicals, you need the same thing. You need color paper, you need white paper, but mostly you need, in most of them, color paper, scissor, ruler, pencils, and glue. These are the main things which you need. For some of them, you are going to need some other stuff also, like plastic things or some other things. But for most of them, you need only these ones. Okay, this is the formula. After that, there is a shape in your PDF, which is available in NIOS website itself. They give you PDF. PDF is available. You can just write from that. There will be a shape. This shape, you are going to draw it on the white part, and just measure properly, because the same thing which you are drawing here, you are going to cut the paper for the same thing. You can also write whatever measurement you did. Suppose if from here till here is 15 centimeter, you can write. If from here till here is 5 centimeter, you can write. Like A is 10 centimeter, B is 5 centimeter. Whatever you did, you can write it also for not to get confused. You can draw this shape when just behind that first page, which after that comes preparation part. For each of the page, you can just continue writing the practical name, which was 1, again is 1, and only page number will change. Okay, whatever that shape you did, you draw the same thing here or on a white paper, and then put color paper as it explains to you, like how to prepare it. Now they are going to explain to you in preparation part how to do it. Then you cut the paper the same size and put them here. And then demonstration, it means based on whatever you draw and whatever you cut, it is going to do some calculations and come to the conclusion. This conclusion is the same formula, means based on this, we came to know that this formula is correct, or this formula is like this. When you are drawing any shape, you name it by big alphabet, like A, B, C, D, like that. And when here you're seeing this stuff, you won't get confused. Like when they say A, B to the power of 2, you just come here. This is A, this is B. Do you understand? It means this line, whatever size is there. And this alphabet, maybe some of you ask why it is alphabet. Alphabet means any number. Like sometimes you are having some exact measurement, okay, like 5. And you are going to work on that only. But sometimes you are not going to work on exact measurement. It can be any number. Like you can draw the square which is very small, which is very big, or very, very big. That's why they use the numbers, means any number. You don't get confused of alphabet whenever it's been used in maths, whereas it is XY or AB, or even like this when they write like this and show it. This is just for showing. Okay, then you come to experiment number 2. As you see, it is having the same pattern, number, and the name of that, and then what knowledge you need, what you're going to learn. What you're going to learn means you are going to identify the same formula or whatever is here, what material you need, and then just look, there is again another shape, and it shows you how to prepare it. And then you are going to cut the papers, and then it's going to prove it, okay, based on this and this. Like this is square size is this much, this is square size is this much, this is square, this rectangle is this much, then we can prove it, like this formula comes correct. If you are doing any of this experiment alone, you can just read it once or see it if there is a video about that, and then it will be very fun for you. And if somebody is helping you also, it will be more easy for you to understand it. Totally they are very easy, but for some of you that you may not studied much about the formulas, and you are not that much familiar how to name the shape, how to say A, how to say B. See, as I said, this is A and B. We can name it, no? And whenever there is a cutting, again you put another name. All this naming is done in the PDF which is there on the website itself, okay? And then see here, each line, apart from we can see from here till here, from here till here, or total of that, we are going to give it another name also. So from E to B, this is one name. EB is a line, okay? And from E to B, we can say the size is B. B means any number it can be. Line is AB. The size is B. A minus B means total of that is A, and we got it, this amount become B. Suppose if this is 15 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter, this one means 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter means total of that 15 minus B, which is 5. And again, 3 almost is the same thing. So these are all coming to the power of 2. When it's power of 2, any of the formula, it comes 2D only. 2D means you can draw it like this. For this one, so you need one shape, which is telling you cut it and put these two parts near each other. It will become one rectangle, and then calculate it. Means you are going to cut this part. First you draw it the same one, you copy on or draw the same size on a white paper or colored paper, and then put them here and make 2 of them. That will be more easy for you. Like you make 2 of this, one of them you fix it as it is and put one yellow one here, the other one, that is small yellow square, the other one you cut it from half and put it here. and name it before cutting it. Name it in such a way that when you are cutting it, the name remains. You can name it both sides also. See, when you say AB, you can write B here also. In this one means on the, you're making two, no? In one of them you write once, in the other one write it twice, write B and B. That when you are cutting it, writing is going to be there on both of them. And when you are putting it near each other, naming will be correct. Based on this naming, they are going to demonstrate and come to the conclusion. Here, practical number 4, which you see, it is on power of 3. When it is power of 3, means is 3 shape. Again, it is the same pattern. It gives you all the shapes, which you draw all the shapes properly and try to fit it correctly. See, like here, as I told you, you can write the measurement which you want. If they gave you, you can do the same, or you can write it like what measurement you yourself wanted to do. Like A is how much and B is how much. Based on that, you draw your shapes. And if for any of these shapes you are confused, you just see one video how to draw it. Then you can draw it. And once you draw the correct size, you can understand also the practical better. See, this is all the parts are A, okay? This is A plus B. And in between, there are things which you fit them together or cut them from each other based on the formula and come to that same conclusion. These 3D shapes, you may not be able to put it on the practical book. Like now you draw it, okay? Now they are asking you to make it. With the paper, you should make it. When you make it, you can do the practical, fine. But if you want to put the cubes here, okay, you cannot close your book. For that, either you have to leave them open, like open cube it, which will become more difficult to get so much of space, and better you just leave it like that. Or if you want, you can draw the same thing and color it in the other side. And same thing, say experiment number, you are going to continue for each of them. If there is 3 pages, which each of them are for practical number 4, for all the 3 pages, you write the number which is easy for you to refer. And 5, you are going to calculate something around HCF, which is highest common factor, which you can just study about what is highest common factor between two numbers, material which you need. And as you saw before, there are some drawing. You draw them properly, but draw them based on your size, the size of your book paper. And you can also say suppose in your PDF it is written that draw it 20 centimeter. You don't have 20 centimeter and 12 centimeter. It doesn't fit here. Since it doesn't fit here, what you can do, you measure like how much it is. If it is totally like 18 centimeters, something like that, then you have limit of time. And what he has done here, see, he said like every half centimeter is representing 1 unit or 1 centimeter, which they said in the PDF. Like this, you will be able to draw your shape. Look at this. This is 4 unit or 4 centimeter. But if you draw it 4 centimeter means this one 8 centimeter, this one towards, like it will be too large. No, you don't have a space for 32 centimeter, which is the longest. For that, you're drawing actually 16 centimeter, because from here till here is almost 17 centimeter. Okay, then 16 centimeter you are drawing. You cannot go beyond 16 centimeter. And they want you to draw 32 centimeter. For that, you say, I'm going to say every half centimeter in my book, in this page, is equal as 1 centimeter or 1 unit, which they said in PDF. Like this, all your shapes are going to be correct. Do measurement correctly, because as I said, all these shapes, all this drawing are going to be cut in a paper. same measurement you do and cut your paper and put it here. Like they are going to calculate HCF between these two. See, these two are there, okay? Now you cut this green. In fact, how much will be remain from the purple one? You bring it here, and again from the red one, this remaining. See, first you remove this part, this one from this you remove. Then again, what is left? You are going to cut it from here, and again something will be remain. See, now 12 centimeter has been left. From this 12 centimeter you cut from 20, 8 will remain, and again 8 you will cut from 12, 4 will remain, till you come to the last. You can write your whatever I told you, no, that half centimeter in your book is going to be representing 1 unit. Then you can write this one also here. In demonstration, they explain to you, like based on whatever you did. So for these two numbers you are going to write, they are going to explain to you and come to the conclusion which you wanted. And this is the conclusion, means same thing which you wanted to come to know. Okay, experiment number 6 is about fraction. And again drawing. And after drawing, again whatever you did, you should draw the same thing but put the cutted paper with different colors in such a way. First I thought try to follow the same color which is set in the PDF itself. If you don't have those colors, similar color, because by looking at them also you should be able to understand it. Then activity number 7 is about linear equation into variables and something. Okay, now here, look here, you need this paper. This is graph paper. Once they give you one formula which you saw in algebra, there comes x and y. This x and y means any number, okay? See, for example, I say, look at this formula, 2x minus y is 6. Don't be frightened of x and y. Like say, oh, what is x, what is y? Think now x is one fruit and y is another fruit or some other character based on whatever you think you are more comfortable. Think now is telling you 2 apple, 2 price of 1 apple minus 1 banana, 1 price of 1 banana is equal as 6 rupees. In such a way that you should understand. You learned it in a primary school itself. They were teaching you by shapes. Then instead of shape, they started putting alphabet. I mean X, Y, and Z, and then P and Q. These are all means something, but you can't always draw shapes, no? Then it's better to write it with a number, and sometimes this one themselves are having some value. Those who want to do engineering, like the value of something, then it should be slowly very familiar for you to use this alphabet. This graph paper, some 1 or 2 is going to be there, or 3 in the same record book, which you can cut it slowly, but cut it in such a way your paper doesn't tear up. Because once you're cutting it from beginning, you know, they will be adjust to the first page, which you have to write your name and your enroll number, and all your book will be destroyed. Cut it in such a way that your book doesn't destroy, or else buy it separately. Buy one small graph book and you can use it for all your practicals, and remaining you can keep for next year. See, here is good because see, it's all measured itself, like any of them can be 1, and then again inside all these measurements is there. If you don't use the graph paper, you have to draw it yourself. It may not come that much beautiful and that much also correct, because you want to sometimes to measure something in between, and then you have to calculate. If you're say like you have to put your ruler here and say 1 2 3 4, and again between them divide it between into 10, You can do that, but it's better to use the graph paper. So you are going to draw two lines. Where they meet is 0. It's called 0 for all the parts. Here will be positive, positive. This will be negative, this will be negative, which you can show it also like this. Means this is going up, this is opposite of that. And when they are giving you formula like this, you have to make a something like this, okay? Like one small table you can write like this. You write x and y and give them some number. Give them some number, how it is. Look at this formula. Like if here x is 0, you just think x is 0, means x is 0. 2 0 is 0, then x will go. How much will be remain? Minus y is 6, then y how much should be? It should be minus 6, because minus to minus will be positive. This is negative this side, this is positive this side. You just study little about algebra. Algebra in fact is too easy. As I said, you study all of that in your primary classes in the shape part. Now it is just x and y. Then you give some number for x or some number for y, like say 0 you can give for y also. When this one is 0, 2x is 6. Then 2x is 6 means x is 3. Just at least 2 lines you find here and find them this side. How to find them this side? See, you said if my x is 0, 0 is this line. Total line is 0. When it goes up and down, it gives a value. Y will be minus 6. Okay, x is 0, means nothing in x. And y will be minus 6, means from y we came down. And then if x is 3, which is here, 0 is here. Okay, 1, 2, 3 will come here. And then y will be 0. There won't be any y. Here is line for x, this side is line for y. Once you find two of your this point which you wrote here, I said no, two of them at least you find, or 3, but 2 is enough. You see, linear means line. It is just a line. And then just put them with a ruler near each other. You can see how it is. Okay, all this explanation are going to be here. And then again for the 8th one, you are having the same one. But here little more in detail is going to tell you. Like you are going to have not one graph, this is graph, no, more. This is going to compare two lines with each other. So it's giving you two formula, 1 and 2. For each of them, you find your numbers. For any of them separately, draw your lines. And then you see in one point, they are meeting each other. Maybe when you are making your chart also, these are small tables, here also you see that point. See, here you are seeing this point. But in case here you don't see it, once you are drawing your lines, you see in one point they are meeting each other. If these two lines which they gave you meet each other, we call them intersecting lines. And then they give you another two lines. For them also do the same thing. Give some numbers for each of them and find the other one. And then draw both of them. Draw this one and draw this one on your graph paper. See, this drawing, if you are having big paper, no, you can draw it in the center itself. If you are having a smaller paper and your number falls more towards one of them, you can do as he did. Like push your 0 little this side and draw your line here. And if you are having a big paper, no, and you are having your lines also just as you did know in this one, you can draw your lines exactly in the center and draw your line. But sometimes before that, when you are giving these numbers, so you can understand how much you are going towards left or right, Based on that, you can give this 0, then you have enough space to compare them. Then part 2, they gave you 2 again. You are comparing these two. Give the numbers, and you see here itself, when you see all the numbers are same. You draw one of them, then the other one again comes on each other. Since we are not supposed to use colored here and we should do it with pencil, and this is not one actually, this is 2, which both of them are exactly same. When both of them are exactly same, we call them coincident line. Means both are exactly same. Again, in the same practical, they gave you 2 more. For these 2 also, you do the same thing. Give number and find the other one for both of them. And draw both of them separately. When you draw both of them separately, you see they never meet each other. They never caught each other. And they are going in somewhat same distance. Like 2 lines you are putting and just continuing it. And if you look at here, you are seeing some similarity also here. Means you are seeing something is like this is 2, this has become 4, this is 3, this has become 6. For this type of lines which they never meet each other, we call them parallel lines. In this practical, finally you are going to come to this conclusion. You make your table, if it's there in PDF or not, I don't know, maybe it's there, whatever. If it's not there also, you should draw this, but I think it should be there. This table you are going to line out the first pair which I gave you, second pair and third pair. You did it and you came to conclusion. First one was this, second one this, and third one was this. And this is one type of other data which is explained, and you can do this one as well. Say like for this one all will become same, and for this one how it is, for the other one how it is. These are all explained. Okay, number 9, again same thing. See here you are having one table here, and again just measure your, see how much size you are having, no? Based on that only you draw your table and just put the data on that. All has been explained for this. And don't get confused like how it is, what is alpha, what is beta, all has been explained here. You are going to work on this one, and they are going to give you some sample from that. So you are saying no, all the samples separate. And then for each of them you are going to do it, and then all explain like conclusion also. And for 10, okay, from here onward you are going to have some different type of lines. Before you had lines, okay, it was just a straight line. As you see here, you are seeing curved lines. Why they become curved? When here you are having a power of 2, it will become this shape. If any of x, and if there is y also, that y also is having, and this px and all, it means actually the answer or the y. These are, it doesn't matter gx, rx, qx or px, these are actually means the y. You can say this is y. And then you just see that same, give the numbers. See the one which is in circle, these are where your that when you're drawing, no, when it curves. And then you draw, just give few points. If you can find this point, actually there is a formula also to find this point where it curves, like it goes up and somewhere it curves. This is not going to be one line, and when you're drawing you cannot see that it's not a line, it is going to be curved. And as I told you, when it is to the power of 2, it is going to be curved. If x is to the power of 2, it is going to be curved either like this, either like this. It depends about being negative, like x2 is going to be negative or positive. here there are all curved, like this is exactly on the line. This is a little downer. This is curved down on the negative part, and this is even more up from here. It's started to curve. And then whatever you're going to make it here, you write all the formulas which they gave you, all the 4-1, and you already made it. No, it's going to say upward or downward, which 3 of them are upward and 1 is downward, and is demonstration. And then activity 11. See, activity 11, again drawing. This is about telling you these points are straight or they are like this, means they are not straight. They explain everything to you, and then you cut your papers, and then you can see it. The same thing, whatever you draw, you can write. Activity 12, same drawing is there. If they ask you to make cut the paper, you do it. And if they didn't ask you also, you feel comfortable, do it. If you don't feel comfortable, but better as much as you can, whatever you can paste in your activity book, do it. Activity number 13, and the conclusion of it, and activity number 14. I see, again you can give this date also. This is B, this is A, and then paste it all together. If you want, you can draw lines here also to be more visible, and if it's visible itself enough, it is actually visible. But if you can see it, if you don't feel it visible, you just draw lines in between after pasting. Before that was there, but after pasting the paper meet each other, no, again you can draw lines a little darker pen which will be visible. Explained everything again to you. And activity 15. See here, you're going to work with angles and shapes. First is drawing as usual. For making it more visible, if you have a space on the same page, better to cut your paper on the same one. Usually they are asking you to have a like orange or different color for the background, which you just put the paper there and cut the same shape on white paper, put it here, color the angles differently, cut the angles and put them near each other. This is about triangle, which is going to say all these 3 together are going to be 180. When you put one line, this part is going to be 180. This part also 180. See, now all these 3, when you cut properly, put near each other, they are going to be 180. But color the same. See, if it is here you put some color, here also put the same color, that you don't get confused. And then this is about this shape. With drawing, you didn't want drawing in fact, but you can draw if you want. And then you are going to say this part and this part are same. You can leave it like how he did, open, or then you can bend it also. You show that is it. And then 17, and this shape is there, and some cutting are going to be there. And this cutting is going to be shown. See, this yellow part and this part are going to be equal. Then what you have, how you should make it. Okay, one background you can put to be different. No, then this is there and this is there. You can just same way leave it open. See, this is APQ. This APQ is actually this, which you have cut it again from paper, and you are putting it here. Or if you are putting on the white paper, you can just color it for make them to understand that this is the same size. When you put this one here, so you are sticking it on the white part. No, this white part was QCR or CQR. These two are same. And demonstration also means it explains to you how and how and how they're going to be same, like this line how it is, that angle how it is. 18 is actually one type of simple machine. If you go to the lab, they may haven't show you. This is good, especially for those who are going for civil engineering or want to be architect. It shows you how to like adjust the lines. These are rulers. These are rulers in which you are drawing, making it, changing it, and this experiment wants to show you how first to use this machine. Also show you how about the triangle and measurement in different parts and different lines. It's the same one which is here, since you can't like bring it, that machine here. No, you just draw it as it is and name it. All this triangle, whatever is it, you just name it and make it simple. Now you are having a simple triangle with two lines and names, which all this explanation are going to be here. Like now it became more simple, no, compared to this ADE, like that is simple. Now you can do it. And then 119. See, 19 is Pythagoras formula, which you have a base color, then make one square and make a smaller square and put it here. Do all the naming, A, B, C, D, all that, whatever name is there. And the size, see, this is a small number which we write, it means the size of this. Okay, this is drawing of the same one. And you can also write whatever measurement you have been done. And then it will come to one conclusion. Question number 20. This is the shape. You can cut the paper, small triangle, and put it. And then question number 20. This 20. See, you have to find the area of a circle, and they are going to show you how to find it. How to find it? This is a circle. No. How we want to find out the area of a circle? They say put some thread here. Make a circle with thread, different colored thread. And then cut it. Stick it in a paper and then cut your circle. Make it in the shape of triangle. Now you are having a triangle. You can measure this. You can measure it now. And then you can make the area. Look how they did. See, now you got this triangle. You make this circle. Fine. And then same one you will cut and put here. For that, you just see how much, if you want to do it better when you are cutting it and you don't want your triangle be bigger and bigger, means it should be more in a real calculation. See, you cut a thread of the same size. Like you are cutting this black thread for the circle, cut 2. For each color, you cut 2. Same size. One you put here, one you make circle. Again, next thread. You cut 2 of them. One you put here, straight. One you make it round here. And third till last, whatever color you put, same thing, you cut 2. Okay? You cut exactly 2. Same size. One of them rule it as a circle, and one of them you just make it straight. If you know how to calculate it before, you can draw the size of the circle and draw size of your triangle. It will become correct. But since you are going to learn it now, that's why once you're cutting any thread, cut 2 of them. One you put in the line that you make your triangle, and the other one make your circle. Then these 2 actually having the same size. Because once you cut it here, they don't know whether you did it or not. And if simply you just make a circle with some thread and simply this one, they may not at all look to be in a correct measurement. And this line, you say, it will be exactly same size. From the center of this line till the top, it should be exactly same size. After that, they explain to you how you should do all the calculation and whatever they wanted, no, the conclusion comes true. Activity number 22. This is again is about the angle. You draw your shape. This is, you draw one circle, okay? and then not at the end. So from the center, little more away and not very far. You draw a line. Try to draw this shape and draw your measurement. If you draw this exactly the same shape which you see here, you can see it better. You see, now you draw exactly same one as I said. This is the center of your circle. You draw your circle near end, you draw a line, because sometimes the shape which is there in the PDF may not be exactly the way which you want to have experiment on it. So you draw the line here, you make all this size, all these angles. See why some of them is small, like this line is shorter, this line is longer, just for the sake of knowing. And you are going to say two of them are exactly same size, which you can see here. Same of the same one, you put a base of yellow, the same one and exactly same one you draw on your yellow paper. This is the center, the same size circle you draw, the same line you draw, the same shape also you draw, and the same one you draw on a white color. See now, then you understood, no? Once you're doing here, exactly the same one, do it twice more. Once you do it in a white paper, and once you do it on a yellow paper. The yellow paper one stick here. The white paper one, cut two of them. Two angle you should cut. Which angle you should cut? This is the sign of angle. You should cut the angle of A and the angle of B. Means this one and this one you should cut. Okay, these two you have to cut and paste them here and say this angle and this angle are same. This angle and this angle are same. Then now you know, no, you make one on yellow one and one in white paper. From the white paper, exactly the same thing. Do not change it. You cut this angle from the white paper and cut this angle from also white paper. Name it. See, write the name. This is a angle of A, right angle of A. This is angle of B, right angle of B. Cut it, put it here. Once you put it here, you see it's exactly same. See now, this is same. Then you can put it separate that you see now, you draw that angle and this is exactly same. If you do it like this, you can understand. You paste it on the other one. 23. See 23, you are going to say some parts are same. You have to draw two circles same size. Color them differently and draw the third one same size, but rub the other part. This is just how to draw the good shapes. Then you are drawing three. One of them you are going to cut. Now how you are going to do it here? See the same circles, draw three of them again. One on the green paper and two on a yellow paper. The green one and the yellow one, so now here you draw, this is just drawing, fine. What you do is you draw three more circles. As I said, one is green, two is yellow. Paste the green and yellow here, and one of the yellow, cut this part and put it here. Then they understand, yeah, this part is exactly same. And then naming also you do. Usually for any center we say O or O with on a small line. This is the way for the center. We say this is 24. Again, this is one shape which we are going to do some calculation. You just draw it the same one. See, when you have a space, you can do near each other. Then it will be more visible for you. So you are going to draw the same one, double twice, and put it near each other from two different colors. Like you are making this one from two different colors. One you put like this, the other one you put ulta, and they make this shape. You are actually going to work on this. For this only, they are going to say how to do it. For that, they say make two of these. One of them make it ulta, and then it will be easier for you to calculate. Okay, I hope I can show you all the practicals. See here is again about cubes, which you can do all your drawing and shapes. See, one you can do simple, like how it is, then the other one you can name it, and then you can make your cube, and then you can make like how he did. So you just put one of the base, this base is going to be fixed. You're cutting it from different paper and naming it, naming it like how it is here, and when you close it, it will be cube. Okay, 26. See, what you are having here is you're going to work on this. For that one, you're going to make two different shapes, but the size should be correct. Means this line, no, it should be here. You should not make some messy shapes. One's very small, one very big. This measurement, do it correctly. If you know how to do it, do it. If you don't know, just look at some video and learn how to do it. You are going to work on it, no? You are going to, anyhow, it is explained in your paper how it is. So now you cut it. Look at this. You make this paper on red color, two. Make two. One of them you put here, and the other one, roll it, stick it on each other, and make a cone. See, this is a cone, and stick it like this. One backside you stick it on your paper, and it will be shown. This is a cone. This is same size. For whatever measurement you want, I show you how you make the shapes. And question 27. See, this is you're working on three different shapes. And you have to have a bowl or container in the same size in the lab, which if you are having at home is okay, or if you are having access to any lab which is having these shapes is fine. Any physics or any maths lab which is available, they may have it. You draw two lines. First is with your pencil. So this is done also with colors, but you can do it with pencil. Just draw two lines. Between that, draw three lines as a H. For hemisphere, H means R also, because H and R is same in hemisphere. And then draw shapes like this. And means you give again one line, small line, and you should know how much you want to be. Okay, these three shapes should have the same height, H, same radius, which is R. Then I told you, draw two lines. Draw three lines same as a H, and then draw the same R. This for each of them, draw your circles. Draw this like an oval shape to make your shapes for each of them. Don't go behind the size which is there. As I saw also in your PDF, this shape were not exactly as it should be in there, because you are going to compare the volume of them. Now the same thing which you draw here, exactly the same thing, you draw it as you made a shape. Think now these are the 3D vessels which you made in a lab. But here, look here, because space was not there, it has been done opposite, because this was a shape I think in your PDF. Anyway, you draw this shape, the same size you do here. Like draw two lines, draw the H, draw the R, make the shapes, but all of them draw the head. Means this is opening where you can put sand or water in it. So actually it's telling if you put sand in this and this, the volume of sand or water, whatever you can put in them, it will be different. When they have the different, they have the same height. You can put 3 times more in this compared to this. Means 1 for this, 2 for this, and 3 for this you can put to fill it. The cone will get less volume compared to hemisphere, and cylinder is going to contain more of them. If you can make the 3 shape also and get the photo and put, that also will be good. Here are about this formula again. Maybe they could put it in the beginning, but since it's having 3D shape, it has come here. Practical 28. You draw all this and try to measure correctly and do it. Just randomly don't do it, and color it very well and put them near each other. Color again the same thing, and then you're going to unselect this. See, this one from here is going to be missing. It is going to be all this together. Is all this together or making this. It means if you are having this shape, see, this is the complete shape. If you cut this small part from here, it makes this shape. This shape you can cut it in 3 different parts and say this is like that. And then it explains, oh, this is about the formulas. And question 29. For that, what you do is you make one line here and don't make it straight, okay? Make it slanting. Draw this shape as much as you can very well to draw the same thing. The same rectangle draw here. For this, either you can draw with pencil and drop the remaining. Either you measure it and draw the same, like also the same line. Means if it is slanting, don't make this one straight or like this. The same one, the same purple one, make it here because we are having to work with some of these. Here again, one base of yellow or orange we'll put. Draw the same shape again, and that triangle, no, which I said, you can either cut it and make it from the color paper or draw the shape and cut it from that. This one, in fact, is going to come here. Once it comes here, it shows you this is the same size. And last one is about this 3 type of triangle. This triangle, this one and this one, which is going for the eye. We are going to find the eye here, which 3 lines you put and all should meet. Okay, this is the shape. You draw it very well. Try to draw as it is in this one, because he has been, I think, calculated that how it should be. I'm not sure that how was your PDF, but here is very correct. This eye means eye center, in center. And then for making it on the color paper, either draw the same thing and cut it, or if you are having size like what he did, draw it bigger. I think he has put here because he wanted to show them all 3 in one line. For that reason, he has put a smaller one. And since here it's already clear that all 3 in one line has how it's going to look, for the shapes, for being more visible, he has been make it bigger, and these are bigger size. The same one, bigger size, and this is having 90 degree. Now it become a right angle. And for this one, this angle should be bigger than 90, like 120, 130. 120, 130 will be enough. You can also measure it and then draw your triangle. For triangle, first is better to draw one line and then draw the remaining measure and draw it. Like draw one line, put your angle and then draw it. For this again saying, draw it, measure the size and then draw it. This was very good practical record book. It had all the practical very well. I hope you can also do it very well. If you need any help, you can contact to the number which is given. And we are going to provide the same book PDF. And if you need also separate images of any of this drawing or cutting, but these are all there, most of them the same way in your original PDF, which is there on website. To refer this same practical record which has been prepared, you just contact and we will provide you the same book.